But intellectuals, you're very much aware. I I was asked some questions this morning. This morning, a news crew came to the farm and then they asked me this morning that in Nasarawa State here, why is it that a lot of farms have reduced their crop production? And it was simple. In 2017, 2015, 16, 17, when the Buhari presidency came on board, something happened. The president encouraged us to come into agriculture. We did. Then somehow, the price of commodities collapsed. And farmers suffered hugely. That was not all. You cannot ask people to come into agriculture and then you will not provide the infrastructure necessary to make it work. So when they ask me today, why are farmers not going to the farms? The question I ask them back, what incentives have you provided for the Nigerian farmer to become successful in what he does? Now, the question also came up, and this is very clear. This farm started 2017. In 2017, I'll come closer. In 2017, when we started, about 10, 20 of us were really interested in driving this agro-revolution. And let us get going. Let us make this work. As I speak to you, majority of them have closed shops. Because the cost of production is insane. Because the cost of cultivation is insane. Because the infrastructure are not available. Because the labor is actually not there. Because rural Nigeria practically is not having the rub of the green when it comes to deploying resources towards ensuring that those who are actually farming have the resources to farm. And then the next question is, what can be done? Listen, this is 2022, late March to be precise. And you're asking me, what is it that needs to be done? Now, this is what has to be done. We invest in agriculture looking at the bankers model. The bankers model is fantastic if you are trading. Most who are running away from crop cultivation or doing the hard work in agriculture are running away because it has become impossible, really impossible, for them to succeed and survive over time. Now, like I said, the bankers model is a fantastic model, but it cannot work in agriculture. We are at a time where investment in agriculture is critical to our national development. So, what we need to do is to bite the bullet, bite it, damn the consequences, and put our money where our mouth is. Now, that statement is quite funny because the Buhari government has put a lot of money in agriculture. The question is, where is it? Look, the farmer is not asking for too much. At least give us basic laterite rural roads. The farmer is not being greedy when he says, give us at least support structure when it comes to electricity. The farmer is not asking for too much. If he says, provide us the right seedlings, give us the enabling environment, and provide equipment to help make it easier for us. The bankers model of financing agriculture means that the banker is interested in turnover, which is super fantastic. But the national development model of financing agriculture means that you are focused on taking care of the interests of the people, means that you are focused on opening up more land, means that you are focused on productivity, means that you are focused on ensuring that it becomes a source of not only revenue generation for government, which is not a priority for them, but on also creating jobs, creating the opportunity for private industries to strive. That has not happened. All over social media, You see, agri companies having challenges. The Nigerian Farmers Group is having her fair share of challenges. And I said, look, if the farmer has to provide dam, spend about 100 million to build dam to hold water. If the farmer has to provide electricity, spend over 125 million to build power line in a stretching for about 5 kilometers. If the farmer has to provide water, if the farmer has to provide roads, then please, what then is the role of the institutions of the state towards developing the capacity of the state to become productive? So, the farmer needs to be subsidized. The Nigeria farmer must be subsidized or agriculture is going nowhere. The West will come to you and say, government has no business in business. Sorry. Government is the only business in business. What is the Nigerian farmer enjoying as subsidies? What are we enjoying as subsidies? Diesel is what we use most of the time. We use diesel all the time. The diesel that we use is now 800 naira per liter. In my case, the case of the Nigerian Farmers Group, where I have a 250 kVA, a 200 kVA, a 50 kVA, several 15 kVAs, and several small generators, how can I afford to be spending 300,000 naira a day on diesel? Subsidized production for the Nigerian people, for the Nigerian farmer. Fantastic. The CBN has dumped a lot of money into agriculture. How many rural Nigerian real farmers are having access? You know, when we told Audu Ogbe, the Minister of Agriculture, that look, we cultivated because we wanted us to cultivate. I am having over 2,000-3,000 tons of maize on the ground. And I'm not making any money because the price of maize plummeted from 120,000 to less than 50,000. When we told him, he said the farmers was greedy. Guy, the farmer was greedy. Okay. If you want to farm today and you provide all the infrastructure, how then can you make money without the price shooting through the roof? We are selling a bag of rice right now at about 25,000 naira. You buy diesel at 800 naira per liter. You buy paddy at between 235,000 naira to 300 naira plus for paddy. And then for a trailer load, you are paying about 600,000 naira to move your paddy in, and another 600,000 to move your finished rice out. Look at all of this cost implication. If the burden is not taken off the farmer, how is the farmer not going to have problem of integrity? How is the farmer not going to have the problem of finance? How is the farmer not going to be called names if you dare to try? So, when I am asked, why are people leaving the farm? I ask them, if now you don't go come out, now you go stay. You see, we are burdened because we are not supported. Look, a project like ours, a project like the Nigerian Farmers Group, you should not give us, apply for facility and they are giving me 2-3 billion, I think you're doing me a favor. You're not. If you give me 3, 4, 5 billion, you're not doing us a favor. Because I cannot be sitting on about 3,000 hectares of farmland, hundreds of people working, with power infrastructure, land cleared, water infrastructure, and you think you're doing me a favor. Come and manage it, come and run it. The Nigerian farmer is not having the rub of the grain. People look at my office and they say, wow, is this an office in the farm? Yes. Farming has to be interesting. Farming has to be viable. Farming needs to be sustainable. Farming needs to address our issue of national development. It needs to also address the issue of investors' comfort. It must address the issue of the rural development initiatives. For as long as it is not addressing those, it is futile. People will take agri loan, put them into forex. Our journey is just beginning. The Nigerian Farmers Group decided to stay the course because we know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Today, somebody sent a post to one of my pages and said, "Oh, Tribal Greek, I just raised about $64 million. Fantastic." Chebi, a couple of years ago, Tribal Greek was called a fraud star, a fraud company. Why? Because they could not pay subscribers because they had challenges. Now they are able to raise that because they went international, because they went local and international, and they changed their model. They changed their model to go away from investors come and invest money. So we will support farmers to go and farm. Whatever you harvest, bring it, and then they will show the process. It has to change, and government must play their role. For me, for us, farmers are not going into the farms because the system is discouraging everybody from coming in. You want us to farm, you want us to encourage farmers, do the needful. You can't have 200 million people, an average age of 19 years old, and tell me that agriculture cannot become the main hub of the Nigerian economy. What do you produce? You make cars? Which industry do you have if not agriculture? You have agriculture as an industry. An industry that can employ 10 million people in the next 5 years. An industry that can give you much more than crude oil. An industry that can lift more than 10% of the population out of poverty. An industry that can reduce your unemployment to single digits. An industry that can stop insecurity in this country. And then you want to support the farmers. You use the commercial bank model. Turnover. Go and build infrastructure first. Then you can talk about turnover. After calling those who are doing the job, stop calling them names. Stop calling them names. Stop sitting in offices and then begin to call them names. Stop saying that why are Nigerians not farming with all the land that we have? Where we go farm? Where we go farm? Make it easier for us to farm and then see what Nigerians can do. Make agriculture interesting. Buhari made agriculture interesting. Unfortunately, the disbursement and the deployment and so on and so forth has not really been felt because the machineries are not coming to rural Nigeria. I know how much this government has spent on hard infrastructure, hard machineries. But where is it? Over $1 trillion disbursed by the central bank. But you see, stop displaying paddy in Abuja. Let regions become reproductive. Unfortunately, sorry to say this, but unfortunately, it seems to be only the federal government that is really interested in developing agriculture in this country. For us, more farmers will come in if you make agriculture interesting. So far, Agric has lost interest among those who have the desire to make this work. For us, we are here. We are not leaving. We make it better. We grow it. We will tell a story, a Nigerian story. This is what we are going through. This is the struggle we are going through. It is a battle. It is a fight. It is war. It's in the Boski. All will survive. So I told them when they came to interview me this morning, sorry, more and more guys are leaving the farm. And we need to do something about it. Thank you very much.